Kid President. How did that all start? And are you still doing those videos consistently?
No, so I'm doing completely new work now.
Perfect.
And have continued making new things.
Yeah, I'm aware. I saw a whole bunch of your new stuff. Yeah.
So Kid President was a project I just started with my little brother-in-law, who at the time was 9. I just packed him up for college yesterday.
Great. Talking about time flying.
I mean, yesterday we were moving boxes into a dorm room. And so I'm doing great. No big emotions here. All fine. Everything's great. Yeah. Yeah, it's wild because that came at a time where we had been working with kids at different camps. We had created a program that was for kids who wanted to change the world. And it was junior high and high school students who were doing service projects and doing things with their schools and churches to make their communities better. So I'm surrounded by these just beautiful stories of beautiful people doing things for others. And these were kids. And then I was feeling the tension between what I was seeing happening with kids and their compassion and creativity, and I was seeing with their parents and grandparents and the conversations they were having online and the cynicism. And I just thought, there's a better story to live here. There's a better story to tell here. What if they could just hear from these kids? And I'd made a few videos where it was just, really heartwarming and showing what kids were doing to help their neighbors who were homeless, or what kids were doing to start a food kitchen, teenagers that started a soup kitchen.
Which is pretty amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And those, people would see, oh, that's nice, but they weren't actually listening or hearing, or they would sort of see the few seconds and go, okay, I get where he's going with this. Yeah. And C.S. Lewis talked about that you have to get past people's watchful dragons, that everybody has these watchful dragons, like, hey, wait a minute, are you trying to teach me something? Yeah. And a way to sneak past that is through humor and is through playfulness.
Yeah.
And I thought, what if there's a video series where you listen to a kid and he's pretending to be president. And
I mean, that's the hook there, right? That was so creative just to think about that. I mean, as soon as you said the president, people are just gonna like, what's this about? It's such a hook to pull people in, which I love.
Right, he seems to be in charge of something. He must be.
So when you thought of that, was there different options? Like, instead of president, was there different ideas you were running through? Like, when did you guys lock into the president aspect?
Well, it starts off. Every idea starts off as like a little seed, and then they are sometimes the right direction, and sometimes you're like, oh wait, that's not it. Like, there's something richer here. Because I think at one point he was just going to be like, we'll call it Tiny Obama, and it's like, no, that's not what this is. Like, this is not a mockery or like, it's not that. It's a little leader. Like, it's a little leader. And then I just was like, it's my wife is the one who said Kid President. Just call it Kid President. It's Kid President. It's like, yeah, that's cool. And then I started thinking about all of the ways in which, when a child is playing in their room, that is the center of the universe. And what if, because I used to host a talk show in my bedroom. This was like a talk show. I'm interviewing stuffed animals. I'm like, it was if it had been broadcast to the world, who knows? But, so what if you could broadcast a child's imagination, and their deep desire to the world in a way? So we set up a little desk, and the desk is actually a cool story because I found it on the side of the road one day, and that's where I had the idea of, ooh, that would make a great talk show desk. And I'd had that sitting around. We had pieces of cardboard left over from camp. Giant sheets, I was like, well, let's just make a little set. And I had tin cans from our cat. And so we made a tin can phone because, yeah, he wouldn't have a real phone. And it'll have string coming out of it. And just put him in his Easter suit and let's go. And so Robbie, who played the part of Kid President, he is my brother-in-law, lives across the street from us, or did until yesterday. Good grief, Jeff. Why are we talking? Well, anyway,
you know what? Think about this. You're young enough to be able to enjoy seeing his future come together.
Yes,
right.
Yes.
It's a positive thing. You're gonna just see him grow and his future grow and wherever it takes his path. And it's just a big part of that, right?
It's
hard. It's hard. It's like essentially it's almost like your own kid going off to college, right?
It very much so. Like the journey he and I then went on. It's impossible to explain, and there's a closeness that will always be there because we met President Obama and we went and sat in the Oval Office together. We had a sleepover at the National Archives and slept beside the Constitution of the United States of America.
So insane.
We met Beyonce together. We interviewed celebrities like Tom Hanks, and we had dance parties and